Welcome to the Connected Leaders Academy virtual conference designed to reshape your vision of transformation. As we navigate the evolving business landscape, our speakers will unveil innovative strategies to manage and initiate change. Prepare to adapt, innovate, and lead, ensuring your role in this transformative era.
Picture a bridge. On one side, you have a person with a need, with a desire, with a dream. On the other side, there is the result, the solution, and how to achieve the dream. So as a salesperson or as salespeople, we are not only taking them through the bridge to the other side, but we are the bridge itself. So in this, I'm going to take you through some stories, 10 stories, and I'm going to show you how we changed from selling perspective to a serving perspective and tenfolded our sales revenue, as well as how we increased the number of closing and the closing percentage. First, let me come up with, imagine you have some apples. You have a big basket of apples, and you want to sell these apples today. So there are two ways of looking at this. One is you look at the apples and think, okay, how many apples am I going to sell today? How am I going to make the maximum out of the apples? Or how am I going to maximize my profits? That's by looking at us and our products and services. On the other hand, you can look at the other person and think, okay, who's going to need apples today? Who would love to have some apples today? How would I find these people and give them these apples? Can you see the difference? In the first instance, what we're trying to do is push the apples to someone, anyone who's in front of you, and trying to make a sale. And that way, some people might not like it. Some people might not enjoy it. On the other hand, the second example is we are looking for people who are needing the apples, who are looking for apples, who needs them. And then we are serving them. We are giving it to them. So we don't have a problem. They will love the apples. They don't have a problem with paying because they were looking for it. So it's a totally different scenario. So that's one thing. When we go, imagine you're a gardener. You have so many different plants and you are watering them, and you water them in the same manner. It doesn't matter whether it's a tall a plant or a small plant, you water the same way. What will happen? Some will drown, some will wilt. Why? Because some needs a lot of water, some needs a little bit of water. So you have to look at the plants and water them accordingly. Similarly, when a prospect comes to you, when a client comes to you, you need to look at what they need and serve accordingly, provide what they need accordingly, rather than saying, okay, these are the packages that we have. We have 3 packages. Would you like to buy this one or the second one or the third one? That doesn't serve that person, because that person might not even need any of these ones. Or that person might need a variation of the second package. So you need to look and see what they need. You need to understand, you need to listen to the person in front of you in order to understand what they need and then serve them with what they need. That way, they will be like, oh, this person is listening to me. This person is caring about me. This person understands my problems, and this person will serve me that way. So they will have some trust on you, and they are more likely to convert that way. We have a lot of friends. They don't contact you when they need something, if it's a good friend, right? If you have a good friend, that person will contact you to see how you're doing, to see if you're well, to see if your family is well. They will contact you from time to time, what's going on. So that's the type of relationship you need with your clients. You don't just contact them to close them and make a sale, a quick sale. No, that's not the way. You build a relationship with these people, because these people might become clients at a later stage. It could be tomorrow, it could be in a month's time, it could be in 6 months' time. So that's why you need to contact them and see where they are. I contacted a client a few weeks ago, and the client was like, "Okay, it's time for me now." Yeah. The last time I contacted was about 3 months ago. She said, "I need to wait for about 3 months because I'm going through some tough time." So people go through some tough scenarios in life. So you need to understand their perspective, their problems, and then come up with a solution that suits them, not just make a sale, a quick sale, and get on with it. So that's why you need to build a strong relationship, keep in touch with them. With our clients, we send cards for their birthdays, for New Year, for Christmas, when we hear, because we have weekly client calls. So my team lets me know, okay, this client is not feeling well. Then we send a get well soon card, and they're so happy to get that. It's a personalized handwritten card from London. I send it. I sign it. I handwrite it and send it. So they're like, "Oh, this person sent me a card." Not even my family members sent me a card. So that's the kind of relationship you need to have with your clients. Imagine you go to a doctor with some sort of illness, say a stomachache, and you explain before you explain, actually, the doctor goes, "Okay, this is what you need, take this and you'll be fine." How would you feel? What would you think? Oh, this guy's crazy, right? So you want the doctor to listen to you and understand your problem very clearly before he or she prescribes something. Why is that? Because you want the person in front of you to know what you have, what you're going through, what your pains are. Similarly, when a client comes to you, don't give them what you have, just listen to them, try to understand them, go through with them, write down what they're saying, and maybe repeat them. Sometimes a client might say something, but he or she might have meant something else. So try to repeat and get more clarity on that. And then there might be some major things that they are looking for. Take down notes and then, okay, this. For example, when we have a client meeting for the first time, I take down notes. And the client might say, "Oh, I don't have a landing page. This is the most important thing for me." And that's like a golden nugget. I just write it down. Okay, they need a landing page. Even if one of my packages don't have a landing page included, what I do is I adjust that package and I include a landing page because that person needs a landing page. And sometimes they might say, "Oh, I've never had a YouTube channel. I like to have a YouTube channel, or I like to start a podcast." So that's a golden nugget. Then you take down notes. Okay, we will help you start a podcast. This is how we do it, and this is how we start it. So then the client will be like, "Oh, this person has been listening to me. This is what I need, and this is the package. And in this package, we will add a podcast. This is not there, but we will add a podcast and a landing page for you, and the rest will be done." So that's the kind of personalized service a client would be looking at when they come to you, because they want to be heard. That is the biggest problem people have now. When people like to talk, but no one likes to listen, when they come across someone that likes to listen and even repeat in the same words they said, they'll be like, "Wow, this person is actually listening. Not even my wife listens to me, or not even my husband's listen to me." So that's the kind of relationship you want to build with your clients. On the first call itself, it's an experience. I'll get to the experience. Another problem we all have in the initial stages, at least, is the fear. We all have some fear, especially when it comes to letting them know about the price. We are all good with the features and the benefits and the packages and everything, because sometimes we know them by heart. But when it comes to the pricing, you're like, oh, you struggle, or something, and then would you like to buy? That doesn't work like that. You have to have confidence in order to sell your products or services. Otherwise, they're going to feel that energy. Let me tell you something that's very important. When it comes to pricing, if you are not sold on the price, you cannot sell. Why? Let me give you an example. Say your services are valued. You value your services at $500. You think, okay, my services are worth $500. And you think, okay, but the market is charging $1,000. Let me also charge $1,000, because everyone else is charging 1,000 and I can charge 1,000. But you are not sold on the 1,000. You're only sold on the 500. What happens when it comes to the selling stage where you ask them to pay? You'll be like, then you struggle. Why? You feel guilty. You feel like there's something wrong. You feel like you are overcharging this person. That person can understand that energy, and that person will run away. That person will not buy most of the time. And even if that person pays and buys, that person will stop the services very soon and will maybe leave a bad review. Why? That person knows that you are not sold. So if you want to sell it at 1,000, you need to increase the value somehow. Think of ways of increasing the value to 2,000. That's what we do. In our company, what we do is we look at all the packages and see, okay, if we value a package at 2,000 US dollars, we make sure, okay, we price it at 1,000. So it becomes so easy for us to sell because we are sold. We know it's worth $2,000. And we can convince very easily because we are convinced. We are sold. This is how much it's worth. And they'll be like, yeah, I know, good. And they will pay. We don't even ask them if they like to pay. We just say, how would you like to pay? We say, or must, or maybe, where do you want me to send the link for the payment? And it just goes very smoothly. Why? Because we are sold, and make sure you are sold on your price. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. The next thing is the experience that they get. Imagine you go to a restaurant and imagine you went to a restaurant very lately, and you are very sold on the restaurant, like this is the best place. Think of a restaurant that you've been to, that you got an amazing service. Is it just the food? Is it just the drinks? Maybe not. For me, it's not. And I bet it's not for most of you. Why? It's the whole experience. It's the welcoming. It's the people who are there. It's the setup. It's the atmosphere. It's the food. It's the drinks. It's everything. So when it comes to serving your clients, think about the whole picture, the welcoming, how you treat them, how you greet them, how you listen to them, how you understand them. Everything matters. Even the culture that you are maintaining in your company, the attitude that you maintain on the call, all these matter. So think about it as a big experience that you're giving. Make them a wow experience so that they won't go. They will want to have more of that experience. They will want to enjoy more, and they will come back. So that's the kind of experience you want to give to your clients, so they will stick with you. They won't leave you. I have clients who came on the first week of January on a call with me and said, okay, this year my goal is to bring you or refer you 10 more clients. I'm like, wow, this is good. Why? It's because of the experience they receive. They want others to experience the same, like how you would tell others about the restaurant. That's how important that is. So give them a wow experience. There are clients who cried in front of me saying, this is amazing. I was looking for someone like you. I was looking for a team like yours. So this is the kind of experience you need to give. Moving on, imagine a teacher hands you a book, a math book, and says, figure it out. How would you feel? You're confused, like, would you like that? No, you wouldn't know. You would be like, what's going on? You are a teacher when it comes to your business. Your clients are the students. They come to you to get a solution, to get the answer. So you need to educate them. You need to tell them how you get them to where they want to go. That's how you guide them. That's the way to take them. So, for example, when they come to me for our packages, we have different types of packages. For example, one package has a 10 calls guaranteed package. There's a 20 calls guaranteed package. There's a 50 calls guaranteed package. But if I say, oh, we will book you 50 calls guaranteed, what would they think? They'll be lost. They wouldn't know how we achieve results. We need to take them through to show them this is how we do it. So they get the answer, they get to know how we do it, and it makes sense to them. So what we do is, this is what we do. We allocate a full-time person or a full two people for your business. And one person will be working on social media, content creation. They will upload, they will create all the content, edit videos, upload to all the platforms every single day, and go into groups, post inside groups. It's a lot of things that they do, but we explain to them, this is what we do. We engage, we comment, we talk about the pain points of your ideal clients. We dig deeper into your ideal clients to understand their pain points. Then they speak out, then they raise their hands. So these are important. Why? Because unless we prove to them the way we do, they're going to be lost. But that's not the only thing. We say, okay, now we engage. We don't just book calls from there. We give more and more value. We build the trust on behalf of you. And then we ask them for if they need more or if they have any questions. Once they are settled, once they are connected, once we have built the trust and connection, then we ask them for calls. Would you like to book a call? That makes sense. If we were to book 10 calls, this is how we do. We reach out to maybe, I don't know, 200 people. And then from that, we get about 10 calls booked. That's how we do. And these are the questions we ask. These are the messages we ask. This is what we say. This is what we don't say. So they get a proper understanding. So you have to educate your clients so that they get to know, okay, this is what they do, and this makes sense. We spend 100 hours, 200 hours, or 500 hours per month on your platforms, on your work. My team spends this much of hours. So that's how we get these results. And now that makes sense. That's why I struggle. I only spend, I don't know, 20 hours per month. So how can I get these results? Yes, of course. So you have to make sense to them so that they will be like, oh, yes, this makes a lot of sense. Think about a mentor, a person who changed your life, who impacted your life. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, you can still remember, you have a lot of respect to that person. So when a client comes to you, be like a mentor, try to impact their life, try to see how you can impact their life. Look at ways to impact their life. Okay, this is where they are, this is where they want to go. Let me help you, let me guide them through to where they want to go. And that way they will have a lot of respect and they will come back. Even after 6 months, maybe after 1 year. I have clients who came back to me after 1 year saying, okay, I'll come back. And then they were at the same place when they came. I understand, because they didn't do anything. So they must be in the same place. But yeah, they come back to you because they trust you. They look at you as a mentor. They look at you as a person who impacted their life. Imagine a lighthouse. What would a lighthouse do? It will guide and give a show where the destination is. So become a lighthouse to your clients. So they are here, they want to get to this place. How do they get? You just show them this is how you get to this destination. So you become like a lighthouse. When it comes to selling, there is something that we all do uh, that we love to do. What is that? That's if you think that selling is like giving something to a person that needs it, then you will love doing it. Think of it as a gift. You have something. For example, imagine you have a medicine and there is a person with some sort of illness. That person has a lot of pain. That person needs that medicine. Of course, it's going to cost money, but what's worth more? Is it the cost, or is it this person's life, or is it this person's struggle? It's not the money. The struggle is worth more than the money, right? So that person will pay any amount to get that medicine. So if you have the medicine, what would you do? You would get that person to buy the medicine. You will push that person to buy the medicine because you know they need it. You need to feel like that. When you feel like that, you close more. Don't just give up because the person says, oh, I can't afford it. Sometimes they say, I can't afford it. Just for the sake of saying, they say, oh, it's not the right time. I have to think about it. I have to ask my husband. I have to ask my wife. But if you look at it like a gift, if you see that this person really needs it, and you have this and you know it's going to cure them, would you let them wait? Or would you somehow push them to buy? So this is the mindset you need to get into in the next level. Because sometimes, yes, we can understand, okay, we are serving, we are trying to help, but we don't want to feel like we are pushing it. No, that's when we think about us. Now we don't think about us. Our focus is not about us. Our focus is towards the person in front of you. Why do people struggle when it comes to doing videos or lives? Because they think about them. They don't think about the person in front of them. If they are focused more on the person who's in front of them, they wouldn't care about how they look like, what they're wearing. They would be like, yes, I need to tell them. Someone is in danger. Would you shout or not? Would you think about, oh, if I shout, everyone's going to look at me. How would I feel? Would I look like an idiot? No, you wouldn't bother. That person is in danger. You would shout, scream to stop that person, to save that person. It's the same thing in sales. If you feel like that person needs it, you need to somehow give it to that person. You need to have that inside you. You are looking at that person. You are trying to help that person. You are trying to give them a gift. Make sure what you're providing, your service, is like a gift. Make sure you include whatever you can to make them feel like a gift. Include more if you can. We do that most of the time. What we do is after the sale, I just add another bonus to make them feel better, to make them feel like, I've made a good decision. These are ways how you can make them feel a lot better afterwards. So make sure you do the best you can and keep doing the best and take care of the clients, take care of them, ask them questions, see where they are, see if you can do anything more to improve. This way, your clients will feel how much you care about them and they will not leave you. They will bring other clients to you. They will refer people to you and they will love you and they will keep paying and they wouldn't bother about the payments. They just want to stick with you. That's the kind of atmosphere you want to create for your business. I hope you learned something today and I hope you will go tenfold with this.
Thank you for participating in today's enlightening session. As we transition to our next expert, remember that each strategy and insight is a step toward becoming a transformative leader in your field. Visit ConnectedLeadersAcademy.com to stay engaged and informed. The journey of change is ongoing. Let's move forward together.